Despite Sentinels looking a little bit sloppy in their first 2 wins of VCT, they still show some amazing team play and world-class on-the-fly adaptations. Here's a few examples of it. On Ascent, Pittsburgh Knights end up in a 3 versus 4 post plant on the A site, and Scuba does the typical thing an Astro would do by smoking off rafters in this position. This is where we get a nice little duo play from Shazam and Tens. Tens updrafts into the sky, and while Shazam just gets the pre-fire onto a low health ban, you can understand the idea. The first part of it is that Tens updrafting into the sky might pull up Ban's crosshair to try and meet him, which allows Shazam to go in for a pretty easy peek. The second reason is that Tens can updraft over the smoke to get visuals to see if anybody's on this common angle. If they are, he can let Shazam know who's already pre-aiming it, and he could just spray on through. Not really applicable this time, but you could see the idea and how it might work in the future. This is a round that doesn't go Sentinels' way, but again, a nice idea that I think a lot of people might find interesting. The lockdown comes in from Knights in mid, Frosty places it in this sort of position, and it puts a lot of pressure onto Sick, who's playing short. Sick tries to be maybe a little greedy by seeing if he can get a preemptive kill onto anybody pushing in this short position, but he ends up coming out with nothing and in a position where he's 100% about to be suppressed. But here comes the cool idea. He actually activates his lockdown just before that detainment comes in. And whilst he is detained, the ultimate is still ongoing. It's still activated and still suppresses those Knights players that are making their way into the A site. Again, multiple reasons to this. For one, Knights might not want to push it because they don't have the utility, and it makes this A execute a little bit tougher, especially with Dapper putting down the lockdown. But also, even if they do go and hunt down Sick, he doesn't still technically die, and he's more use in a down position still suppressing than he would be if he was just detained normally. Despite all of this, Knights still play this round pretty well. They get the kill onto Dapper, Ban has the nice timing onto this short staggered peek, and it ends up as a flawless round for Knights, but again, you can understand the idea that Sentinels were going for. I could have used a lot of different rounds for Sentinels attacking half on Bind, but I wanted to use these two specifically. The first one is a straightforward one. It's an execute from Hookah, and it's actually Sick that goes in first. Now, from his perspective, it looks like a straightforward kill, but there's a little bit more to it, especially when you look in a third-person perspective. First and foremost, it's a great cloudburst that tends to set up. Not only does it allow Sick to dive in and actually push into the tube, which he does, but also if he wanted to, he could move around in it to peek backside from this position, or could even peek out to catch somebody on CT if they're looking. But the thing that really sold me on this is the fact that Tens jumps in a little bit afterwards, which with the dash does have an audio cue that keeps Scuba's attention. And whilst you can't necessarily see it from this angle, Scuba's more looking in the direction of Tens, which allows Sick a very easy kill to push on forward. If we go back to first person, you could definitely see that Scuba's more looking past where Sick is because of Tens dashing in, the audio cue that's placed. He's more looking there, which allows Sick to just sort of sneak in, get a straightforward kill. Nice play between the two duelists. This play I really like from Tens. So Knights have been fighting from this B-long position. They put down an Astra smoke and flash it, which is what they were pretty much doing all game. But this smoke is a little bit more to the left side. Tens spots this opportunity, punishes a very minor mistake by getting onto an angle that has a nice peak. The recon that also comes in from Shazam, which is common. The Eldron gets heard, so Ban wants to sort of preempt this and try and shut down the Eldron before it gets too much information. So he peeks out right into the open just as the Eldron's about to peek around the corner at the same time, and it allows a very easy kill to Tens. Again, if you give this team an inch, they'll take a mile. Now this round I'm about to highlight, Knights again win, but I think it's more to do with luck and spraying in the right directions than anything because Sentinels also had a pretty good plan here. Sentinels go for the B plant, but the Astra Cosmic Divide comes in on the defense, which makes it very hard for the B attackers to keep that space and not allow a defuse to come in. So Sentinels need to re-aggress and take the space back, so they use the Sky Flash to begin with. And just as that flash comes in, Tens jumps onto the high ground with a Cloudburst. Now Ziff is pretty lucky here by just no-scoping Tens out of the sky, as Tens was trying to reclaim this B main position. If Tens gets into this spot, it's a lot easier for Sentinels to push on through. But this is the cool thing that came in from Zoms. The defuse is coming in. Zoms takes a bit of a peek forward, offering himself as bait. Bear in mind he has no more utility left to use on the attacking side, so he is literally just bait. He gets these players to fire at him and look into this position. He fades out. The flash comes in yet again from Sick. And again, this is more just Knights pre-aiming the spots whilst fully flashed. You could see how it would work for Sentinels, but unfortunately it doesn't work here. I just love the fact that Zoms offers himself up as a little bit of bait before the real execute comes in a second later. Not much of a team play here. I thought Dapper playing Chamber was pretty interesting to highlight, and this is the kind of play that Chamber players dream of, right? The Seekers is about to find him on the defensive side. He rendezvous back into this second mid position that he started in, and manages to get in behind Ban and a straightforward kill. But not only that, these rendezvous plays actually work out twice for Dapper. Knights come in onto this execute, the Aldrun goes down C-Long, which is very common, and it checks this cubby position, which Dapper knows again is typically where these Aldruns are going to path. Dapper lets the Aldrun tag him, Ziff jumps onto the box to try and get the kill with a right click, but not only does he miss because of their rendezvous timing so good, but Zombs is on this platform angle, which provides him the easiest kill of his life to get onto Ziff. He also peeks out a little bit wider and catches a pretty unsuspecting gangster as well that's chasing up after he put down the drone. I mean, Haven overall was ripe with some of these set plays the Sentinels had. Even the way that they start this round, for example, you've got the Sky Flash coming down into Suez from Sick, and a recon dart that actually gets the back of this short spot. As if he gets flashed in the face, tries to back out, completely given up by the recon dart behind him, which pulses all 3 times, not even cleared. It basically secures Sentinels that Suez position. Sentinels use a lot of utility here. Tends to get updrafting onto the box, gets killed, but it allows easy trades for the rest of the team to come in. Ends a bit more awkwardly, but this recon dart that comes in from Shazam a little bit later gets all of the information it needs. Of course, with this Cosmic Divide, Knights are going to play a bit more aggro on the site. Both the players in these positions have their spots given up. The recon dart again doesn't get cleared at all, and it's just marvelous utility again from Sentinels. And finally, I wanted to highlight some of Sentinel's C executes, especially this one. Sentinels are very good at taking this garage control, really making Knights' life a living hell trying to hold the C site. But another cool thing is that you have Dapper lurking in mid. He's pretty much worked out that the Killjoy turret is on the right hand side, so he gets Zombs to smoke it. Now Dapper doesn't push this, even though he can, but it's the whole idea that he keeps these Knights players away from the C position, more looking and being more careful of that B spot that it slows down any rotation. Again, great utility, the flash onto the backside that comes in all the way from garage, the recon dart onto Ziff, the Grav, Tens has dived in as well, and it's more of a shame that Scuba just whiffs from this spot. But yeah, I've not necessarily been the biggest fan of how Sentinels have been playing so far. It's been a bit touch and go with all 3 of their series against Knights and then Rise, but there's definitely promise. And when it comes to team play and setting themselves up like this, there's very few teams that are better than that. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more clip breakdowns on this channel. If you'd like and subscribe, that'd mean a lot. Take care. See you next time.